Hey guys, Nick from Cruise Renewables here. I'd like to run through a system that we actually installed a year ago, or just over a year ago, in East Grinstead, West Sussex. What I want to talk through in this video is about what to expect from your solar system, how long it's going to take to pay back for itself, and ultimately what it's going to save you and what you can do with it. So first thing I want you to look at is a power flow graph. Below you can see that you've got the solar panels on the roof. This particular system has an east and west split for the arrays. So it gets the sun in the east all morning, sun in the west all afternoon. So you're generating consistently throughout the day. With this particular install at the moment, we're generating 5.9 kilowatts off the roof. You can see to the right of it on the green, you've got 1.2 kilowatt that the house is consuming. The battery in the blue is at 100%. We're actually exporting 4.7 kilowatts at the moment, so nearly 5 kilowatts. If you was to work that out, on average you save what you get paid 15 pence per kilowatt hour, times that by 5, that's 75p per hour that you're saving. Times that by 8, you're on average £6 to £8 per day, I would say you should save on this system. What you can see from the system performance is that in the months of November, December, January and February, we actually have some sort of grid reliance. So we're not generating enough power to cover the usage of the property. But from March to October, what you can see is it drastically goes up. So we're actually generating a lot more surplus solar. So we're in the month of July at the moment. In the month of July, we're actually generating 45.6 kilowatt hours and we're only consuming 10.4. What this means is that £6 to £7 a day over the month, you're actually going to be saving or getting paid back £180 off your utility bill. So not only are you getting your energy for free, you're also getting paid for it. This doesn't mean that you're going to have to export everything back to the grid. There's so many more possible ways that we can actually make you a saving. So when I come to your house, what I want to see is not only just what car you have, I want to see how you're heating your hot water. I want to see all these different avenues where I can help you make savings. If you have a hot water tank, I want to see that I can put a energy diverter in, and I want to send that excess energy over to your hot water. If you've got an electric vehicle there with the biggest battery on there, I can divert power to your car. We can help you get your return on investment a lot quicker. Let's talk about electricity bill savings. As you can see on the screen, you've got the year 5. So savings that we've just made just from having solar, £4,264 you would have spent on electricity. That doesn't include the smart export guarantee, what you get paid for generating surplus solar and sending it back to the grid. So £3,921 is just from sending it back to the grid. So with the smart export guarantee and the savings that you've made on your energy usage, these two combined have saved you over £8,000. We've looked at the 5-year, let's move on to the 10-year. So combined with the savings and your smart export guarantee, we're nearly at £18,000 savings after 10 years. So that's a significant jump from 5-year to 10-year. That's taking into account the rise of electricity prices estimated to go up over the next 5 years. Solar is all about a return on investment. Let's talk about this in today's money. This particular customer just over a year ago paid just over £21,000 for his system. In today's money, we can do this installation for £15,000. That means that his payback when we originally quoted him was 13 years. Today's money is going to get you a return on investment between 7 and 8 years. Now there's no better time than the present to get solar installed on your property. Also, having a battery installed on your system can be a game changer in those winter months. If you look at the system, you follow the power flow graph around, you've got the battery at 100%. We're actually pushing the power back to the grid at the moment because we're generating surplus solar and the battery's at 100%. Let's turn that around and then move back onto those winter months. November to February, you can see that we're not generating enough solar power to cover the consumption. With these months, what we set up for you is that we charge your battery off of the grid when it's at its cheapest overnight. During the day, we discharge the battery, so we actually reverse it. So rather than charging the battery off your solar, we're charging it off the grid at its greenest. This way, we can make you more savings. So why does this matter to you? £7,000 saving from last year, 6 to 8 years return on investment as opposed to 13. 25-year period, you're going to save a whopping £70,000 over that period. If you were to sell your property within the next 10 years, then you know that the value of the property itself has gone up significantly. It's a unique selling point for your property. You're not going to get the return on investment anywhere else. So if you've got to this point in the video and you want to know more about getting solar installed on your property, why don't you send us an email on sales@cruiseelectrical.co.uk, or send us a DM or follow us on any of the socials and we'll get in touch.